Okay guys, so this is going to be a special video. Rock is going to be talking about defensive bases at 5,700 and plus. Hope you guys will enjoy this one. Bob.
Hi guys, I'm Ed and I've been clashing since 2012, and this is the raid that made me #1 in the world. Here's the screenshot that I got from it. And I haven't stopped clashing since, well, clashing is life. And this is my YouTube channel, and it's special because I have the knowledge and the content from way back up to today. Hope you guys will enjoy the channel. Oppa.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back. And before we actually get into this, I just want to say I apologize for the way I may be sounding. I just got over a bit of a sickness. My nose is still a little stuffy, and that paired with my accent probably is gonna make it a little more difficult to understand me, but hopefully it's understandable enough so we can excuse me, so we can see what we are doing today. Anyway, so let's just get into it. As you can see, this is day 2 of the February 2023 season. So January season just ended a couple of days ago. As you can see in the middle of the screen, I finished with 5,768 trophies, which isn't super high, but isn't super low anymore either. So I think it's right on the verge of like high legends, mid to high legends. Um, as some of you may know, I am not the world's best attacker, so I was kind of leaning on my defense to get me a little higher up. So we are actually going to be taking a look at which base I was running and how we did with maybe a replay or two. So yeah, basically I ran the a base from the 65 tier. I think that was the last 65 tier that was released in January. So week 3, the CC and the base, as you can see if you zoom in a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have it saved on my slots anymore, but yeah, I think the most that are on the tier will see which base that was. That base did, I think, pretty well for the trophy count I was in, and I'm actually still running it now. So it's not super bad for the start of the season. So this is day 2, 2 raids so far. You know, pretty average percent. So nothing super special there. First day was pretty good. As you can see, pretty much everything below 7. There was one raid that was 81%, but beyond that, we had 2 1 stars. One was a very low 1 star. We can actually take a quick look at that at the end. But yeah, so it's not a bad base for start of the season. You may be better off with running some sort of like a central town hall base. This is more of a box base, which is, you know, more risky and you can bait some more 1 stars. But even for the start of the season, this base worked pretty well. But yeah, let's get into the defenses from a couple days ago. So as you can see, as far back as we go is 3 days and 18 hours. So that's the last 2 days, I think, from the previous season. And some of the replays aren't available yet, but as you can see, it's pretty much standard stuff. You know, the Super Archer Blimp clone stuff with the dragons and Titan Smash and just that. So it's averaging, you know, 75, 80%. We had one that was a lot higher here, which was another one of these raids. I've seen that people will just go straight into poison towers and giant bombs, kind of clone their way around and still kind of get through it, but it's a risky. So, you know, these are very similar raids to each other, and some worked better, some didn't. So, yeah, it's hard to stop it, the Super Archer Blimp, but we've managed to negate pretty much all of the triples except one. Um, this was a very strange. I actually watched this one live. No idea how well this actually works. Must work pretty good. He was almost 5.7k, but it was like a straight up old school spam in a lion prey attack, and yeah, I guess he didn't pray hard enough. But yeah, you see a lot of different stuff. But for the most part, you know, it's titans and dragons with either clones or zaps, and then you have this was the triple I was talking about. So this was Not a clone Archer blimp, but it was actually just a blizzard. Straight into the town hall, and it just cleared the funnel well enough where the E-Drags chained through the base, and then the heroes went around and just grabbed the rest. It was yeah, it was a good raid. It was kind of close at the end, so you know, it's gonna happen if you get like above 5-6, 5-7. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get tripled. So you know, one triple in I think 2 days, 3 days. This was like the only triple in 3 days at least, probably more. I ran the base for like 5 days, and I really don't recall any other triples beyond this. But yeah, so if we keep scrolling up, this is the first replay I want to see. So as you can see, Super Archer Blimp clone, and this is what happens when the blimp does not work as intended, right? So it was all pretty much the same entries. If we just pause real quick and see, you know, the poison towers just pretty much cover the entire core. So it's going to be very hard to just land anywhere in this area and grab the town hall. What most did was enter basically this cannon a little lower and then land right here between these walls. Try stay out of the range of the poison spell. Most of the time, the poison spell does actually go off because you need to just delay long enough for the blimp to be over the walls. And if that does not work, there's actually a set of double giant bombs between these walls. So that was what kind of trapped most people. So Buzz from Exterminators, shout out to Buzz, actually did a little bit of a different attempt with the blimp, and I think that's what kind of cost him the triple, well, a high percent rate. So as you can see, he just angles the blimp right there. He did need the tome because we do have two double giant bombs. His plan was to land right over the wall, but yeah, as you can see, the poison already activated, so it was just a little bit too late. Also, a couple giant bombs, or one giant bomb and some small bombs, so he lost a lot of his troops from that. What didn't die is getting poisoned, more bombs. So as I said before, like these archers are very tanky. As you can see, there was a poison tower going off. There was giant bomb and 6 or even 8 small bombs, and they still managed to survive and get cloned, even a Titan in the CC. But fortunately enough of the archers and Super Wiz died where he didn't have enough DPS to actually take care of the town hall. And with a raid like this, with pretty much every single spell invested into that, yeah, that's gonna be very hard to triple. So what he did was the only logical thing you can do at this point is, yeah, just throw everything into the town hall, grab at least a 2-star, and you know, move on to the next one, I guess. So yeah, everything just dies here. So this is the problem, right? If you don't get the town hall, the combination of a town hall poison and then the single right behind it, and there was an expo right here that just actually got destroyed. That's a lot of DPS, a king in front, and you know, you lose everything. The most important thing is you're gonna lose your healers, and once that is done, yeah, the race is pretty much over. So, well, the thing is with the Titan raids, right? It's you basically need your healers alive for like at least 85, 90% of the raid. If those healers die sooner than like maybe 70, 80%, there's almost no chance this raid will work, right? So Titans are very tanky. They have a lot of HP. The damage they do around them can stack up a lot. So what they don't have is DPS, right? So they don't do much damage, and you basically need to keep them alive for quite a while. And the way to do that is with healers, since you know DPS at Town Hall 15 is pretty crazy. And yeah, this one ran out very early at 52%. You know, a good defense for us, not the best attack for Buzz probably, but he was, you know, pretty high up there, so I'm sure he got a triple or two the next attack. Okay, so let's just hop back. There's one more attack. Oh, look, we're getting attacked. One more attack that we actually wanted to take a look at, and what is happening right now? Why can't I oh, because I'm getting live attacked. Okay, so it's over. So as you can see, live attack 70%. Um, oh wow, okay, just a straight up air spam. Haven't seen that in a while, but yeah, it's like it's pretty versatile as a base. So hopefully it will let us scroll down now if we find the raid that we just watched. So this is the one we just watched, Buzz. Um, this is the one we want to take a look at. Um, a Cladutions. I don't even know how that's pronounced, but yeah, he did this raid with a clone and then just the standard super archer clone thing. And this is where you see what I was talking about in the earlier raid. So yeah, you can either get lucky and avoid this poison somehow, and two giant bombs here, another between the mortar and the town hall, another one between the builder hut and the mortar, and then small bombs to surround. So that's like it's as trapped as you can get, right? And somehow some raids still kind of manage to keep their archers alive. When I try something like that, of course they die before a giant bomb even goes off. They just look at a giant bomb and they're dead. So it's weird, but yeah, this is basically what happens when the blimp does not do as intended. Um, this is yeah, actually a pretty weird start. So what we're doing now is basically he said, look, I'm gonna have issues like getting the blimp down, right? With all the poison spells and traps and all that. So I'm just gonna go full in with my army and blimp under tome. The this is actually fairly standard in Legends too. People will do like a delayed blimp, so not start with the blimp, but basically delay it. But as you can see, the blimp did not manage to get not nearly where he needed it to go. One problem he would have gotten anyway is this poison tower would have, anywhere he would have landed around the town hall, this poison tower goes off, and I think if you land and get the full poison tower, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to survive that. So one good thing about this approach is the Titan, the IG, everything from the defending CC is just gonna go straight for the army. But yeah, the main problem was very, very early tome. So if he waited a little bit longer with the tome, let's say like when his army is a little deeper, and then tomed right around this area, the bomb tower, his blimp would have made it, but still this would have been an issue, right? So let's see what happens here. He actually lands the blimp all right, delays the invisi. The poison tower does not even go off. Clones, yeah, so as you can see, once he cloned, the troops activated these two giant bombs, and since most of the troops were in that area, the giant bomb will actually do damage over the wall, right? So the double giant bomb actually kills his entire CC except for a couple of goblins that got cloned and one archer here, meaning his entire CC just insta died, and the town hall stays up. And now you have, the same problem that we've seen in the last couple of raids, which is if you miss the town hall, your troops will go around. But with the DPS around the town hall, with the king, with the warden, with the X-bow scattershot combo firing here, yeah, it's not gonna be a pleasant evening. Yeah, and that's pretty much the end of the raid. So the Phoenix on the King, I think, gave him a little bit of hope, but it's just not nearly going to be enough for this to work. Poison Tower just goes off again, just to say no, no town hall for you. And yeah, he's gonna let us watch this Titan suffer for a couple more seconds and end it at that. So nice try from a Cladushans. A Cladush, I have no idea how to say your name. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I apologize. Again, this guy was like 5'7" or even above that, so You know, it happens. We all have bad raids. 5-6, yeah. So I know this approach works. It's popular for a reason, but sometimes it just doesn't go as planned. And our base did its job. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is gonna be, more and more of this type of content moving forward. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you have any ideas, any requests, anything you'd like to see changed, more different type of base reviews and stuff like that, just let us know. Come join Discord. Get into a conversation with us, with the other people that are on there already. And 100% be sure to check out the Patreon. You get bases like the one we just watched, basically every week, every other week, depending on what tier you're in. You will get reports like this for most bases, for some of the bases that you use. On our Discord, you get actual direct contact with me as the builder and with Ed as our most famous YouTuber content creator. So definitely check us out on both Discord and Patreon. And thank you all for the attention, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.